Yeah, it's me, the master of the Tornado DDT, Fuego del Sol, and you are watching and listening to the 3 Count Podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to another great edition of the 3 Count Podcast presents Now Entering the Ring. I'm your host, Clifford Red Dog Miller, and let's be real, I'm the one that's leading you on your expedition tonight. So, this is Now Entering the Ring, which means one thing, we have a special guest for you. You can find this man on AEW, you can find this man on MLA, you can find this man on FEW, VPW, PWC, and Southern Honor. He is the man who, you know what? I got to be honest. I'm going to put this over. Your match with Ray Phoenix was on point, bro. I loved it. So give it up for the man himself, Vadi Morales.
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you all? Thanks, man. Man, I saw how you changed your personality, man. Before this, you were like chill and all that. After 3 seconds, you were like, oh my gosh, I like it.
Gotta turn it on. Gotta bring the charm
Yes, 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 yes. I did it. Yeah.
out. And you know what's funny is like you're the first person to like bring that up because like what people assume that like I'll go and have a conversation with people, right?
Yes.
We'll talk for like 5-10 minutes, but then like the moment that it's like, all right, let's go, bam, it's on
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, that's good. I like it.
So talk to us, man. Like, who is Vadi Morales?
Who is Buddy Morales? Buddy Morales is a Mexican guy, 100%. Some people think that I'm Mexican American. I'm not. I mean, I love this country with all my heart, but I'm 100% Mexican, full blood Mexican. Uh, I've been I've been doing this for 11 years, 13 years training. Maybe 5 years doing this in Mexico,
Mm.
and five and the rest right here in America.
Oh, bet, man. That's awesome, though. So, like, what brought you across the border to like, wrestle here in the United States?
Wrestling, man, the American dream, but in my case, it's wrestling. I mean, I grew up watching wrestling. Yeah, I'm not like almost the whole wrestlers from my country. They grew up watching Lucha Libre, watching El Santo, Mil Máscaras. I grew up watching Hulk Hogan, Macho Man. So Undertaker. So I always had that in my mind, like my my spot in this business. It was more going to wrestling.
Mm. Okay. That's awesome though, because like I know for me, like getting into the business, well, getting in, learning about it, right?
Mhm,
I was watching Jake the Snake Roberts and then
mhm,
watching Macho Man and Hulk Hogan as well.
mhm,
But then when I stopped watching for like a couple years and I was just getting older as a kid from like, 5 to like 7, and then I started
mhm,
watching Rey Mysterio, Eddie
mhm.
Guerrero, Chavo,
Yeah.
Hector. So then I started learning more about
Mhm,
Lucha Libre and I was like, yo, this is where
mhm.
I belong. This
Yes.
is the place for me. So I definitely can like. It's cool to see like the cross culture like work itself out like that.
Mhm. Yes, it is.
So I'm curious, man. Like how did you fall in love with wrestling?
How did I what? Sorry again.
How did you fall in love with wrestling? Like
Oh,
what
okay,
brought
okay. How I fall in uh love with wrestling. It's I mean, since I got memory, all it's there's not like that point, with I don't have that point that people sometimes have when they follow in wrestling. It's like something that I grew up just watching that. Since I have memory, wrestling is there.
Mm,
So it's not. It's just like that. I never thought to be a wrestler. I'm former MMA fighter. I got professional record. So I was my interest. It was more doing MMA than wrestling. You know. So I made my debut in MMA, but by that time I have a cousin and he moves to live with us, and he were a huge wrestling fan. So one day he came to my room and he was like, "Hey man, what you think about to be pro wrestler? Okay, let's do it." So it was in the beginning of the beginning of the week, but the end of the same week of that week, we were looking for a place to train.
Mm,
So we found it and we started. It's crazy.
that's awesome. All right, so you've kind of touched into a subject that I just like 100 like my heart also like bleeds very much for in the mixed martial arts world. So I got to know like who are some of your favorite fighters in the mixed martial arts world?
I'm old school. I'm old school, because Mexico is different than here.
Hmm.
Like we are a little bit late, you know. Uh, maybe I can say King Shamrock,
Okay.
Tito Ortiz, uh, all that kind of guys.
Yeah. I got you. I got you. Yeah,
Yeah,
I have to
yeah.
agree, man. Like I'm a huge I loved like Chuck Liddell was like always one of my favorites. Hoist
Frank
Gracie.
Mir.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Frank Mir. Definitely Frank Mir. I like and another dude that a lot of people don't really talk about is Henzo Gracie. Like I love Henzo.
Oh yeah.
So smooth.
Great family. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because like a lot of those guys, like I watched like their fights from like UFC
Mhm.
one all the way up until current.
Mhm.
So like even just this last week, I was watching the UFC fights, and man, it's just those guys, man. It's weird to watch the evolution of the game. It's all like watching wrestling, like to watch
Yeah,
that
yeah.
wrestling.
Like every sport, like every sport. The thing is, I like more like do MMA than watch it.
Mm,
Sometimes to me it's boring.
yeah.
Sometimes with wrestling it's the same thing. I like more do it than watch it.
Yes.
I don't know if it's maybe because you do that or I don't know, but so but when I was young, I mean back in the day, I preferred to watch wrestling and do MMA. It's weird. But I never had that feeling to, oh, I want to be pro wrestler.
Yeah. That's interesting. So do you have a? I'm just curious. Do you have a go-to choke that you like to use?
Choke like I like to use in
Yeah.
in, in my matches, like a
No,
move.
just in the mixed martial arts world. Like I could be honest,
Mm,
like for me, I'm a huge rear naked choke guy. Like I love going in for rear naked chokes. So very much kind of like John Moxley does. Or even if I can find my way into a guillotine, I love grabbing guillotines. That's just
I,
I'm a snake for it.
yeah, I like the chokes. It's funny because like in my third professional match, I had one experience with one guy in the locker room. There's assholes everywhere. And this guy, he waits at me with me and all that. Okay. So we got in the ring, we did our match, and I just grabbed that guy from the neck. He went to sleep, bro. He went to he went in the ring. I was like, okay, it's different, but I can use it. So goodbye, baby. Go to sleep.
that's the that's the best when guys are like they're like
Yeah,
fighting and then it's
yeah. I mean, I won't lie to you. I like violence, professional violence.
oh
I'm
yeah.
a very competitive person. So I like, punches, I like kicks, I like violence, I like the aggression, but professional, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Over the ring, and getting money.
Yeah, I
Not
agree.
on the street, not being bullied, everything professional.
Oh yeah. No, I agree. There's like it I can be honest with it too. Like I don't like watching street fights. It's just something about watching two
Mhm,
dudes like trying to fight like on a street.
mhm,
Like it's just not safe because like someone hits their head and like that's
mhm,
it. Like
mhm.
it's not just a KO. It's
Yeah.
like you're done for the night. You're done for life. But like watching watching dudes like in a ring, yes, because I can see like the ref is there, he can stop the fight.
Yes.
And then it's fun watching some of these fighters. Like I don't remember if you remember when Holly Holmes fought she fought Amanda Nunes, and like she just refused to tap.
Okay.
She just refused to tap.
Hmm.
She
Yes.
sat there in a choke and she just went to sleep because she was like, whatever, I'm just not tapping. She just wrote it out, and I was
Hmm.
like,
Yeah.
that's tough.
Yeah. I know. I know.
So let me ask you, man, like being in the US, I'm sure as you're training, you're learning, you're relearning all the bumps and stuff and the terminology. Just curious, like what's been one of the worst bumps you've taken in in your wrestling career?
I have here in America or in my whole career.
Why not both? Why not? Let's just do a whole
Okay.
career.
I don't have. I have. Like here in America, I have a lot when I do my dives.
Mm,
Out out of the ring because unfortunately, uh, here in America it's different. So I dive and the guys they don't have idea what's next or whatever.
yeah.
And I had break my ass a couple of times. That's my against the floor. And it's in Mexico. I had one when I broke this part of my hand.
Oh,
I did one dive. And something did wrong, and I just freaking hit the floor and get my this part of my hand broke. But that's it. But I don't know. The thing is, I'm a small. And when you are small, basically you're gonna bump the whole time. You know. So now, like my body, is I don't feel like. I mean, this is what I do. I've been doing this for a long time. So plus here in America, here in America the ring is a little bit more soft than in Mexico.
mm,
So, but still, it's crazy. People they think like, oh, that thing is like, hey, we're not wrestling over the clouds. That's hard. That's metal, that's wood. Still is hard.
yeah,
But here you are more protected.
yeah.
You
And I've
know.
heard that. I've heard that like the rings, at least the rings in other countries are a little stiffer than what they are
Yeah.
in the US. So I definitely have heard that a few times.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, man, like when you have your matches, right? We all have to do this, right? What's your post-match meal? Like what do you have to have after you get done with your match? Like what do you eat?
After
Yeah.
anything, man, anything that i- if there's any like in my case, if I have to pick one, I will say maybe Taco Bell, even when I hate Taco Bell. You know, those Taco Bell, those are not real tacos. Okay, so but I don't know because it is because at least here in Georgia,
Yeah.
but the time that the show ends, they still have like a couple of a couple of places open, and that is Taco Bell,
Mm,
or you know, after the match, I don't care anything. Before the match is different,
yeah,
Before the
yeah.
match is a little different, something light or sometimes I don't eat, but anything open.
No, I understand. But you know what? $5 doesn't give you it gets you so much food at Taco Bell. Like
Yeah, maybe, but it's not
I
real tacos. That's my problem, man.
no, you're right. You're right. It's not. It's not. I've had family. I've had met family like some close friends that
Yes.
were they're from Mexico and they were making like homemade tortillas with flour and everything and I was like,
Yeah,
bruh, like
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
real
on board.
tacos, man. Yeah. I don't know why they put. First of all, I don't know why they put tomatoes and sour cream and cheese. That's not part of a taco.
Yeah.
Call it. call this I don't know, something different, but don't call it tacos because it's not tacos.
It's not. It's not real. All right, man. So I know like every wrestler, every commentator, ring announcer, manager has one of these kind of stories. So I'm very curious about yours. Like, what's been one of your favorite fan interactions that you've had?
Oh, there's a lot, man. There's a lot. It's mm, I have a lot, but like here in America, man, uh, I don't know. It happens like when people they come to buy your merch. Is that time that you have
Mm,
with them, to share, because some people sometimes text you, or some of them even calls you, Obviously, I don't answer, but it's not the same thing, like to
mm.
be in front of that person and change some get a conversation, or something,
Oh yeah, I
But
get it.
there's a lot, man. But I mean, this business is everything about the fans. If we don't have fans, we don't have promoters. If we don't have promoters, we don't have wrestlers. If we don't have wrestlers, we don't have wrestling. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I have a lot of good experience, man, and bad experience too.
A
Sometimes
lot of bad
people, it's
experiences.
crazy, man.
Oh no, I can imagine. I can imagine. I could imagine some people saying some pretty crazy things to you, like while you're in the ring or even outside the ring.
Yes, yes. And when I'm in the ring, I don't care. It's part of my work.
Right.
But like the other day, I had a show in Southern Honor, and everybody, I was baby. Everybody, you know, were nice and all that. But there was one white girl, and she she was showing me her finger and saying like a lot of racist words and insults, And this is fine. I'm in the ring, I don't care. But please don't come to me with all that kind of stuff when I'm dressed like a person, like a normal person. But it's
Right.
fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to know the difference. Like, there's two
Yeah.
people. Like,
Yes.
there's the character, and then there's like the
Yes.
person. Like,
Yes.
yeah, some people mess up, man. They catch a,
Yeah.
they think they're not gonna get anything happen to them, and then they catch it the wrong time.
Yes.
Then they write out that nasty tweet. Could you believe what this person said to me? Like, whatever. You had
Yeah.
it coming.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, man, like being that you were both like over in Mexico as well as here in the United States, I'm just very curious, like what advice would you give to like up and coming wrestlers?
Up and coming wrestlers. Like, what you mean, man? Like,
Like what kind of advice would you give to them to like help them along their journey?
just work hard, man. Be ready, be smart, you know, and it's a lot, man. This business is not only about to be a good wrestler. It's about how you are as person, as student, as everything, So that's what I say. You gotta be smart. Of course, you gotta work hard, but you have to be smart, and take the right decisions. Always show respect, even when some people don't respect you. You have to know when you have to work with somebody, or when you gotta beat them. It's hard, man, but everything starts with respect. Respect, again. Respect people, respect fans, respect your partners, respect promoters, respect old school wrestlers, respect yourself. That's very important, man. How do you look? Invest in your gear. Go to the gym and things like that.
That's it, man. Like that's great advice. That's a lot of great advice to give to people, man. Like I think some wrestlers will hear that and they'll just be like, "Yeah, I know," but they never do it. They don't act on it. This is it's weird. It's weird to me. Like I'm like I don't know if you could even tell. Like I'm turning 36 this year, and I'm
Okay.
still in my I'm in my first year of my training. Like so I'm still going out and like asking people for advice and like taking notes. And I hear a lot of people like in their like fourth, fifth years are like, yeah, I don't take notes. I'm like, why?
The
This
the
makes sense.
the problem right now, I can see one big problem in wrestling in general, and I'm not talking only about here in America. I'm talking about Mexico and all all around the world. The thing is, this guy spends more money in social media than, sorry, not money, more time
Mm,
in social media than in the gym. You know what I'm? It doesn't work like that
right.
because if you are here, you know, and you got a nice body, you will have thousands of likes, shares, thousands and thousands of followers, you know. But tell me how many of all that, of all those numbers is gonna pay one ticket to see you, to go and watch you wrestle. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm very popular. I have these followers. And okay, man, but how many people pay for for watch you wrestling?
Right. Right. No, it's a great point. You're right. Like it's not just about like it's not about the followers that you have, it's the following that you make. You know, I mean, I agree with you. That's a really good thing to think about too, like to tell people. That's something like I've never had that said on the show yet. Like so this is the first time.
I
But
don't know.
no, it's you're on point, man. You're on point with it. So I'm very curious and this is going to be kind of like the last question to ask before we get into like our my favorite part of the show. So
Okay.
I got a question. So when you walk into a locker room, give us your number one do and your number one don't in a locker room. So like the things that you should do and the things that you shouldn't do.
Okay. Like, first thing that you have to do when you come to the locker room, it is be respectful. You know what I mean? Right now, you cannot do this because this pandemic and everything, but it was shake hands with everybody, you know, go shake the board or the paper, the piece of paper. What's your what number is your match, and change your clothes. After that, you can chill, you can hang out with the guys, you can do jokes and whatever. You know what I mean? And be early. Be early. Things that you cannot do is be late and be an asshole. You know,
Facts, facts.
I mean, that it is what it is, man. You know, don't be an asshole in the locker room. You know,
Yeah, no, no, you're right. Don't be an asshole. I
yeah.
like it. All right, man. Well, those are all my hard hitting questions, but we still have one segment left, and it's called the Three Count Podcast 10 Count Questions. And here's how it works we're going to
Okay.
ask you 10 questions rapid fire. Okay. So, whatever's the first
Okay.
thing that comes to your mind, though. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Wait. Let me tell to all the people that is watching us. Hey, be patient. Don't get confused. I'm still learning English. I have 5 years in this country, you know. So don't think like maybe this guy is drunk or why he's talking like that. It's because I'm still learning. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's do it, man. And don't get confused. It's because of
Don't,
language, okay?
don't judge.
I'm doing my best. Yeah, don't judge. Yeah, I'm doing my best. So,
You're doing, hey, you're doing an amazing job for only being in the country for 5 years. You're doing an amazing job. So yeah, just keep up the good work. All right,
okay.
so let's put the timer on, and we will
Mhm.
get started right now. Mario or Sonic?
Mario.
Favorite movie?
Oh, Avengers.
Which one?
Avengers.
Hey, okay, okay. Uh, one place you haven't wrestled in yet.
New York.
Okay. Favorite TV show?
Ink Master.
Oh, I love that show. Three things that you would take with you on an island.
Um, my cell phone, a charger, and one gun.
Okay. Hey, your favorite color?
Black.
Black. I was like, I know, but I saw you in red, and you were like, I like red. I was like, hey,
Yeah, but black.
all right. Deadlifts or squats?
Deadlifts.
Favorite podcast?
Three count podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Uh, nominate one person that you want to see on this podcast.
QT Marshall.
Hey, I like that. That's not a bad pick. I'm going to put it down. And then last but not least, this is my favorite question to ask every single person who comes on this show. Favorite curse word?
Favorite. It is in Spanish, man. Yeah, it
Let
is
them
in
know.
Spanish. Like, like, like chinga tu madre.
Hey.
It's
I-
it's strong. It's basic. I can say by words, right? Of course.
you can say yeah.
Yeah, chinga tu madre is like go and fuck your mom.
Yo.
It's weird when I came to this country, and again, I'm still learning, but I was talking with one friend, and I was like, dude, English, bad words, and curse is so freaking boring. You use only F for everything, the word with F, you know? That's
Mhm.
boring, man. You have to find something new, some more ways, to talk shit to the people, to make them feel like trash. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like I use the F word for everything, but then
Uh-huh.
like recently I'm starting to realize like I mix languages together like
Yes.
all the time. So I'll sit back and like I have a good friend, his name's Lou. He's usually on the show too. But like the other day I was like, oh yeah, I was like, hey, fucking pendejo, listen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that one too, pendejo. I
Yeah.
like, hey, pendejo. Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, I'm 100% on board. Like I love
yeah.
cursing in other languages so much more.
But but the thing is, a lot of people here in America they knows what pendejo means.
Hmm.
But they don't know what it means chinga tu madre. So
Right.
it's hey,
You're right.
chinga tu madre. Oh yeah, man. Chinga tu madre.
There's a skit on I forget if I saw it on YouTube or Instagram, but like it was like a couple, right? It was like a white couple. And they're like, "Oh, look, we're going to go to Pinch's Taco." And the guy was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, they serve like little tacos." It's like, "No, no, 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 no. That means fucking tacos. Pinche tacos." Like, stop
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But Vadi, man, that's all the questions I have for you. So the thing I just need from you is to let our listeners and our viewers know where they can find you.
And this my social media.
Yeah.
My I have to reopen my social media accounts because I don't know. People sometimes is very sensitive, or maybe I say something wrong, or I don't know. but they closed all accounts, so I have to reopen. You can find me on Facebook like Israel Bari Morales. That's my Facebook personal account. Everything is about wrestling anyway. Instagram like Bari Morales and Twitter Bari Morales. My YouTube channel Bari Morales.
There you go. That's where you can find him. So, with that being said, this is the 3 Count Podcast presents Now Entering the Ring, and I'm your host, Clifford Red Dog Miller. And like I said, this is Now Entering with the amazing Vari Morales, our first international guest. We got to put it out there. So, guys know what to do. Check out the next episode and be there, or you already know where to go. Just be right here and check out the next episode.
Yeah, be right here.
What's going on, 3 Count Nation? I'm Clifford Red Dog Miller with the catchphrase. But what I really want to do right now, go to twitter.com, right? Go over there, find us at the 3 Count _ pod, give us a follow, give us a like, give us a comment. We want to talk to you guys. Go to IG at the 3 Count pod. Give us a like, give us a follow, leave us a comment. We want to interact with you. Go to youtube.com, give subscribe, turn the bell on, turn the notifications, leave a comment. We want to talk to you. Go to anchor.fm / the 3 Count podcast, and in there, you can leave us a message, and we will talk to you. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is that we want to talk to you. We want to have fun with you guys, and we love listening to what you guys have to say. Also, one thing I need you to do for me, the 3 Count podcast also has merchandise. Oh! At prowrestlingtees.com / the 3 Count pod. Please go buy our t-shirts. We love you guys, and we hope you love us too. So, show us some support, please.